Hello, kitties, and welcome to Dr. Bell's Happy Hour. I'm Dr. Bell.
And I'm Diane, and I'm wondering about the wisdom of sharing a psychology textbook with children.
Oh, come on. They'll be learning how to manipulate their fellow schoolmates within the hour.
I'm more concerned about the chapters dealing with Freudian psychology.
Oh, come on, let's go to those. That'll be fun.
That will traumatize the children.
Oh, but come on. We're talking to a bunch of children across a wide-ranging, what's it called, the internets? This should be fun.
Yes, it is called the internet.
All right, so let's find the,
Given what children can find on the internet once they beat the nanny programs, I think a psychology textbook is likely to be tame.
Okay, never mind that disembodied voice, and let's,
That's just Gloria messing with the AI in Safe Haven again.
Okay, so, together, let's start reading. Early in the morning on September 11th, 2001, terrorists hijacked 4 commercial airliners at approximately the same time. 2 were smashed into the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center in New York City. A third was piloted into the Pentagon in Washington, D.C., and the 4th crashed in a field outside of the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The World Trade Center towers imploded while the world watched on television. The total loss of life was in the thousands. Airspace over the... Why the hell are they talking about the... Why the hell are we reading this? No, I mean, why are we reading about 9/11?
The official story of 9/11 is in the psychology textbook?
Yes, it is. It's in
Tragious joy.
Chapter 1 is entitled Psychology, the Science of Behavior. So maybe that's why it's in the textbook.
Maybe we should flip to another textbook.
Oh, no, do go on.
Well, no, yes. The AI is right. Let's go on.
Okay.
Airspace over the United States was immediately closed, and hundreds of planes already in the air were diverted to Canadian airports. Right, because the United States has already been attacked, so now we're going to shoot everything to Canada so that they can die too. Nice going, U.S.
And just while we're on the subject, where the fuck was the U.S. Air Force on that day? Jerking off!
I like what Gloria's done to the AI.
Yeah. Okay.
As a matter of fact, this is one of the reasons why I loved my second wife. The first thing out of her mouth when the 9/11 stuff came over the news was, "Where the fuck is the U.S. Air Force in NORAD?"
Yep.
I've wondered ever since.
Yep. The airport of Gander, Newfoundland was built to handle jetliners, but had not been used extensively since the end of World War II. By the end of the day, the population of Gander had nearly doubled as 38 jets landed, carrying a total of 6,500 passengers. The people of Gander rallied round to the occasion, providing food, lodging, phones, whatever was needed for the 3 days passengers were stranded. Continental Airlines pilot Nicholas Dobby later commented, "Dobby wants free." Sorry.
Oh my God!
Nicholas Dobby.
Oh God! I knew it was going to be a bad thing when I let a hundreds of years old vampire read my Harry Potter collection.
Okay, let's try this again, shall we?
No!
No wonder.
Post it as it is!
No wonder you screwed up my embrace so much that I nearly died and now can't retract my fangs.
Yeah, okay. Well, hey, what can I say? Anyway, moving on. Nicholas Dobby commented, "Out of this horror came for me the realization that no matter how much evil there is in this world, there are people who are great and wonderful, and evil will never win out. Following the tragedy, many people commented that the image of the planes crashing into the towers was burned into their memory. They realized they recalled exactly where they were and what they were doing at the time of the disaster. In the aftermath, we heard stories of firefighters, police officers, and ordinary people risking their lives to help others. The people of New York City commented that somehow, and we just lost lighting for the filming."
Oh, apologies.
Thank you.
Bad AI.
In the aftermath, In the aftermath, we heard of the stories of firefighters, police officers, and ordinary people risking their lives to help others. The people of New York City commented that somehow, through all the fear and horror, they felt closer together. However, there were also reports of prejudice, discrimination, and hatred directed towards people of Middle Eastern origin, simply because they seemed to share the same race or religion with the alleged hijackers. Years later, many people are still able to cope with are still unable to cope with the events of that day. To answer, what are the issues here? What do we need to know? Where can we find the information necessary to answer the questions?
And why does the psychology textbook ask questions in the same manner that a 4th grade health textbook would?
Yep. So, and this is the reason why I'm a little bit thinking that psychology is barely a science.
Oh, is that like a girl who's barely legal?
Yeah, probably.
Well, I have to admit that much like a girl who's barely legal, psychology is still in its infancy.
And is equally likely to get pregnant.
If you go to the same high school I did, yes.
Or to the same psychiatrist I did.
All right, so let's just skip ahead and try to find the Freudian
is not
chapters.
allowed to work on the AIs anymore.
Okay. Meantime, what do you say we go ahead and flip to the Freudian chapters?
Well, I want to see how they explain the psychology behind 9/11.
Oh, Lord. I'll see you guys later.
They're not going to.
Nope. No, they're not.
Even psychologists know better than that.
Yeah, we can't tap 9/11. That's horrible.
Let us not analyze 9/11. The U.S. government would be angry.
Okay, so we've read out of a psychology textbook. And that was
Psychology 101, how to piss off the U.S. government.
Yes, it is.
I'm all for pissing off the U.S. government.
Okay.
Apply science where science is not to be applied.
Yep. Which, of course, is not what the authors of this psychology textbook wanted to do. Psychology, Frontiers and Applications. Second Canadian edition.
And this is why psych nurses are necessary. To cover the psychiatrist, gluteus maximus.
I thought it was actually for well...
Yes, and it is a big gluteus maximus to cover.
Well, that's the end of Dr. Bell's Happy Hour. Tune in again next week when next week we cover fractions.